My name is Enrico Dizon. They call me Red. I'm a prisoner in New Bilibid prison, and I'm writing my testimony for the book Trojan Warriors. I was sentenced to 3 life sentences, which is 120 years, for carnapping, kidnapping, double murder and single slight detention. I've only served 12 years. When the controversial case hit the headlines of the major tabloids, radio and television networks in the 1990s, I did not bother to tell my commanding officer and other senior officers in our unit. This unit being the Intelligence and Investigation Section of 172 2nd PC Corps, based in San Fernando, Pampanga in Recon 3. I still did all my duties knowing that I could evade arrest. I was confident that I would not get implicated, for I knew that the crime was perfect. I stayed in the safe house. One afternoon, my youngest son, Kent Lester, 6 months old, suffered a convulsion. His eyeballs were white, violet skin, and not breathing anymore. I cried help to the Lord, sincerely, for the first time in my life, to please restore my son Kent, who is now a grade 6 student, healthy and intelligent boy. He was clinically dead, for he had no pulse, it had stopped. I prayed to God, crying, please forgive all my sins, and I even promised to go for good and start a new life. As I finished my prayer, God answered my prayer, and my child's life was restored. That same day, I promised myself to confess to my wife that I am guilty of the crime of the century, as tagged by the media. That evening, while my wife was watching the television news about the case, I came near her, embraced her very tightly and kissed her, and then, with grumbling, shattering voice, told her that I am the one of the killers, and it was about time to surrender and face the consequences. My wife lost her consciousness, and when she regained her consciousness, she cried again. That night, I went to our office to voluntarily surrender myself to my superintendent. That was the 15th of January 1991. I spent the night in prayer. Then I realised that when you are at the end of yourself, it is the beginning of God. You can read the rest of my testimony in Trojan Warriors and my testimony 25.